Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss a new topic, and the name of our topic is called lines and angles. So today we are going to discuss some of the basic things about lines and angles. So let us begin. So first of all, we will be discussing some of the basic terms and definitions that we have already learned in our previous classes right from our childhood. So those things will recapitulate in this video. So the first definition or the first term that we get in the concept of lines and angles is the point. Now what do you mean by a point? A point is a mark of position. So if you see in this figure, there are 3 points, point A, B and C. Now all of these points, they mark the position, say, of any object or the values on a plane. So this point is a mark of position. Now moving on, next is line segment. Now what is a line segment? A line segment, if you see in the figure, it is a straight path between any 2 points. So if you see here, there are 2 points A and B. Now the straight line that can be drawn, or you can say the straight path that can be drawn between these 2 points A and B, is called a line segment. Now a line segment has 2 endpoints. Now here in our case, the line segment AB has 2 endpoints A and B. It is finite and it has a definite measurement. Clear? Now moving on. Next is line. Now what is a line? Now if you see the figure, does it seem similar to a line segment? Yes. It is in fact a line segment, but it has been extended endlessly on both the sides. If you see AB, just AB, then it is a line segment. Now if we extend it with the help of these arrow marks indicate that they can be extended endlessly on both the sides. Then it is called a line. It is infinite and it has no definite measurement. Next, ray. Now what is a ray? Let us see the figure. So ray is also a kind of a line segment, but it has been extended not on both the sides but only in one particular direction. So here AB is a ray because it has been extended only in the direction of B, not in the direction of A. So when a line segment is extended endlessly only on one direction, then it is called a ray. Clear? Now next, angle. So what is an angle? When 2 rays having a common endpoint forms an angle. So for forming an angle, there should be 2 rays, at least 2 rays, and they will have a common endpoint. Now as you can see here, PQR is an angle. They have a common endpoint, that is P, and the 2 rays are PR and PQ. These are the 2 rays, and the 2 rays, they also have a definite and a particular name. They are called the arms of the angle. So these are the 2 arms of the angle, and the area that is formed in between these 2 rays or these 2 arms is called the angle. If we measure it, we'll get the value of that angle. Clear? Now moving on. Next topic is collinear and non-collinear points. Now these things also we have got it in our previous classes. So let us see the definition. Now what are collinear points? The points which lie on the same straight line are called collinear points. They will lie in a straight line. Let us see the figure. So this is a figure, you can see. It is in fact a line, and on that line there are 4 points, as you can see, A, P, Q and B. Now they are collinear because they lie on that same straight line. They don't lie anywhere else on that line itself. So they are called collinear points. Clear? Now next, what are non-collinear points? These are points which does not lie on the same straight line. In the previous case, you have seen they lie on the straight line, and in the next case, you will be seeing that it doesn't lie on the same straight line. Let us see the figure. So this is the figure, as you can see. Now here, although some points they lie on the straight line like A, B and C, but the points D, E and F, they doesn't lie. So we can say that as a collectively, these points are non-collinear. So the points A, D, B, E, C and F, they are non-collinear. But yes, if we consider only 3 points A, B and C, then they are collinear. But if we consider all these points, then they are non-collinear. Clear? Now next is types of angles. Now we are going to classify the angles based on the measurement of their angles. So let us classify them. The first classification is acute angle. Now what is an acute angle? An angle whose measurement is more than 0 degree and less than 90 degree is called an acute angle. So let us see one example. Here 62 degree is an acute angle because we know 62 is more than 0 degree and it is less than 90 degree. So it is an acute angle. Next is obtuse angle. Now it is an angle whose measurement is more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. Then it is called an obtuse angle. Let's see one example. So this 120 degree is an obtuse angle because it is more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. Clear? Now next is right angle. An angle whose measurement is exactly 90 degree is called a right angle. So as you can see here, this is exactly 90 degree, so it is a right angle. Next is straight angle. An angle whose measurement is exactly 180 degree is called a straight angle. So here is our straight angle. Now the last one is reflex angle. An angle whose measurement is more than 180 degree but less than 360 degree is called a reflex angle. So as you can see here, 225 degree, it is a reflex angle because it is more than 180 but less than 360 degree. Clear? Now next, let us move on to the next slide. That is complementary and supplementary angles. Now, when a pair of angles are given to us, and depending upon the sum of their measurement of their angles, we can classify them into these two types, that is complementary and supplementary angles. So let us see the definition. First is complementary angles. Two angles are said to be complementary if the sum of their measures is 90 degree. Means if a pair of angles are given to us and if the measurement of their angles, their sum if we take, and it comes out to be 90 degree, then we can say them to be complementary angles. Say for example here, angle ABC is 60 degree and angle PQR is 30 degree. Now 60 plus 30 will give us how much? It will give us 90 degree. So then we can say that both these angles ABC and PQR are complementary angles. Clear? Now next is supplementary angles. Now this is also same, but here the sum should be equal to 180 degree. The sum of their measurements of the angles should be equal to 180 degree. Now let us see. These are supplementary angles. ABC is 130 degree and PQR is 50 degree. If we add them or take their sum, then it is equal to 180 degree. So these two angles are supplementary angles. Now next, moving on, adjacent angles. Now depending upon their arms, we can classify angles into this category. So let us see. When can we say an angle to be adjacent angle? Now two angles are said to be adjacent angles if, now there are some conditions, only then we can say that they are adjacent angles. Now let us see those conditions. Number one, they have a common vertex. They should have a common vertex. Clear? Next is they have a common arm. Both the angles are formed with the help of a common arm. Next is their non-common arms are on the different sides of the common arm. The non-common arms, there will be on the other sides of the common arm. Let us see the diagram. It will be clear to us. Now here if you see, they have a common vertex. Which is the common vertex here? B. B is the common vertex. They have a common arm. Which is the common arm here? BD is the common arm. Then they have non-common arms. So which are the non-common arms here? AB and BC. And they lie on the other sides of the common arm. Clear? So we can say that angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent angles because they satisfy all these criteria of adjacent angles. Next, moving on. Linear pair of angles and vertically opposite angles. Now what are these types of angles? Let us see. First is linear pair of angles. Now if the non-common arms of the two adjacent angles form a line, then these angles are called linear pair of angles. Now linear pair of angles is a type of adjacent angle, but the only special factor here is they will form a line. In the earlier case, we have seen that adjacent angles, the criteria are fulfilled, but it didn't form a line. But here in linear pair of angles, it is a special kind of a adjacent angle which will form, the non-common arms will form a straight line. Let us see the figure. So as you can see, it satisfies all the conditions of adjacent angles. That is, it has a common vertex Q, it is a common arm QS, and the other two non-common arms, they are on the other sides of the common arm, that is QP and QR. These are the non-common arms. But another additional factor here is that it forms a straight line. So since it forms a straight line, so it will be a linear pair of angles. Clear? Next, vertically opposite angles. Now two angles are called a pair of vertically opposite angles if their arms form two pairs of opposite rays. So this will be clear to you with the help of the figure. So this is the figure as you can see. In short, we can say that vertically opposite angles are formed when two intersecting lines intersect at a common point. But they intersect in such a way that the two angles that are formed by the arms which are in an opposite direction, or you can say which are formed with the help of opposite rays. So as you can see here, the vertically opposite angles are angle 1 and angle 3 and angle 4 and angle 2. Clear? Now next, intersecting and non-intersecting lines. Now these things are also very much well known to you. Just now we have seen in the vertically opposite angle that it is formed by intersecting lines. So what are intersecting lines? Let us see the definition. When two or more lines they cross each other in a plane, they are called intersecting lines. The intersecting lines, they have a common point which exists in the case of intersecting lines, and it is called the point of intersection. So let us see. So here lines L1 and L2 are two intersecting lines, and here they have a common point of intersection that is called O. So here at the point O, these two lines intersect, means they cross each other. Clear? Next is non-intersecting lines. So two or more lines that do not intersect each other are called non-intersecting lines. They have another name as well. They are also sometimes called parallel lines. And why they are called parallel? Because they never meet each other anywhere. If we extend it till infinity also, it will never meet each other. And they are always equidistant from each other. Means at any point, if we measure the distance of the two lines or between the two lines, it will remain same as it is. So as you can see in the figure, the lines AB and CD, they are parallel lines, or you can say non-intersecting lines. They never meet, they will never meet if we extend it till infinity, as well as the distance between AB and CD will remain as it is throughout. Clear? So I hope you all have understood the basic terms and definitions of the concept of lines and angles. So we'll be discussing more on lines and angles in our upcoming videos. So that's it then for today. Thank you and have a nice day.